Good morning, children. In the previous class, we had discussed about that is the fourth chapter. Now we are into the fourth chapter. Chapter name is Major Landforms. In the previous class, we have studied what are the major landforms of the Earth. The Earth's surface has land and water, as you all know, and 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with the water, and 1/4 with the land. Due to the forces of the nature, such as wind, rain, and the edges curved out of the earth surface forms various landforms, and landforms are also called relief features. The major landforms are mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, and desert. In the previous class we had discussed about mountains and plateaus. In today's class we are going to discuss about the plains and rivers. So students, now coming to the plains. It is one of the form of landforms which has got a vast stretch of flat, and the land level, flat and level land is called a plain, or the other name for the plain we call it as lowlands. What do we call? Lowlands. So a vast stretch of flat and level land is called plain or lowlands. And plain lands are also called lowlands. It is the other name for lowlands. And they extend over hundreds of kilometers. And about 1/3 of the land surface is covered by plains. The plains found along the sea are called coastal plains. What do you mean by coastal plains? The plains or the land found along with the sea are called coastal plains. Or we can say that land along with coastal region. We call it as coastal plains. The plains that found along with the sea are called coastal plains. For example, the western coastal plain in India. The western coastal plain in India. So children, in this map you can see the coastal areas. The land along with the sea, we call it as coastal region. Now moving further, children, the rivers as they flow down from the mountains, they carry sand along with the water. They carry sand and silt. SILT, silt. It is a fine sand, fine and clay sand, which the material is carried out along with the water, running water, and which is going to deposit or settled as a sediment rock at the banks of the river. So as the river flows down from the mountains, and these carries the running water carries sand and silt with them, which they deposit on the banks of the river and forms, and which is helpful for the agricultural purpose and forms a fertile plains. For example, Ganga Brahmaputra rivers from northern plains in India. This is one of the example. Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers are which flows from the northern plains in India is one of the example for the this which flows from the mountains and carries sands and silt along with them and settles at the banks of the river. Now coming to the features. Features are the characteristics how these plains are helpful. The silt which is brought through running water, and the river makes the soil very fertile and suitable for agriculture. For any crops to be grown, the land should be fertile. ಯೋಗ್ಯವಾದ ನೆಲ ಅಥವಾ ಯೋಗ್ಯವಾದ ಮಣ್ಣಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದರೆ ಅದು ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾದ ಮಣ್ಣು ಅಥವಾ ನೆಲ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. For this, the silt brought down by the rivers makes the soil very fertile or very useful for the purpose of agricultural activity. And there is a variety of crops can be grown by this fertile land. Without the fertile land, how the crops can be grown? For any crops to be grown, they should require a fertile proper land. And one more point is the plains are thickly populated areas because of the abundant availability of water. For any humankind, water is the basic element for the survival. When he has the enough surplus of water and the proper land for the construction, he is going to stay there. So in the similar way, these plains are very helpful for the people for the purpose of survival and for the purpose of agriculture and the purpose of construction. And here they said abundant. Abundant means enough surplus of availability of water. And the last point is in the ancient times, these plains have been served as a cradle to some world major civilization. And world, not only the world, even the Indian civilization has been born or taken place from the in this Indus Valley civilization. How the Indus Valley civilization, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಯ ಉಗಮ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಥಾನ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ plains or the cradles. And why they are telling the cradle? Because it's a cradle, it's a covered with full of all facilities, water, transportation, for how these because of these rivers or these plains, they have suitable climate, suitable place to for transportation using the banks of the river, for the storage purpose, for settling of life, and to for the shelter, all those things. All the basic facility is helpful for the people, and it is the major part in the formation of the civilization. Now coming to the rivers. Rivers, all you know that. So a natural downward stream of water from the mountains is called a river. A natural downward stream of water from the mountains is called a river, which flows towards an